Hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening, huh? Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a breeze tonight as the boat spins back and forth here on the mooring ball. Pardon the wind noise from time to time, but you know, it's just occupational hazard when you live on a boat out here in the harbor. You just run into those sort of issues, so. Oh, another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Temperature's been just about perfect all day today. A little on the chilly side, actually, for Florida standards. Pretty nice day, though. Got you guys all sort of level you up there. There you go. Anyhow, been sort of a beautiful day today. Fun day today. Productive day today. Hey, Rejects, what's going on, man? Got a lot of work done. Looks like we've got a beautiful sunset developing. Hello, Marie. How are you? Looks like it's just going to be a real pleasant day. Hey, Dan. Yeah, it's a little breezy. Blowing around 7, 8, something like that, 7, 8 miles an hour. Not too bad, but just enough to make a little chop here in the harbor and make a little wind noise in the microphone. So, people slamming the fish down there. Yeah, I guess some people are doing well fishing. Might very well be the case. So, oh boy, I wish I had the time to go fishing. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind taking off a day and just screwing around and going fishing. But I don't have the time, nor do I have the resources for that right now. We are stretched pretty thin. In fact, we're trying to still struggle to raise enough money to pay the mooring ball fee coming up here in about 3 days. At this point, we're about $300 short on that, so I'll get to our fundraising here in a little bit, but we definitely are looking forward to hopefully some people will donate to help us cover the mooring ball fee this month. As I said, we need about $300 to get through. We need that by the 27th, so we have a couple days, but getting down to the wire in that regard. So I really don't have the resources to go fishing right now. I have other things which are a much higher priority, I'm afraid, at the moment. So, all the way out there in the anchorage, I just seen a dolphin jump. Way out there in the anchorage. Way out there by, let's see, the boat's coming around. Way out there, right between those two boats. Way out there by those other masts, way out there. Out past that channel marker. I'd seen a dolphin jump. We see them here in the harbor all the time. Dolphin, tarpon, manatees, lots of big critters here in the harbor. We see them quite a bit. Beautiful sunset developing, look at that. That's kind of, boy, if only the boat would hold this position and not be rocking back and forth, but of course, it's gonna rock back and forth, so it's just the way of it. Okay. So other than that, pretty typical day. Nice day, nice weather. I missed doing the morning live stream. I ended up having a early morning phone conversation with a client this morning. Guy called me just like about 5 minutes. I mean, I was literally just getting ready to start setting up for the live stream when the call came in, and by the time I got done with the call, we were half, 3/4 of the way through the live stream, or through the net. So I missed the net early this morning. Just too busy and too preoccupied with real estate business, and I'm afraid real estate business trumps everything else. That's the main priority right now. So that's what we were focusing on. Oh, what else went on today? Generator. Interesting stuff going on with the generator. It was sort of weird. Generator operated flawlessly today, no problem whatsoever. The little the little digital screen, the little control module screen on the side of it, which has not lit up and has not worked for months, lit up today. It's the first time I've seen it flicker any life in it at all, and it came on today. So Hell if I know what that was all about. I guess all slowly but surely the generator seems like the little bits and bobs of it are starting to work again. So let's hope that trend continues. But it did operate absolutely flawlessly today. Started right up this morning. I had filled it up with fuel after the live stream last night. And so I didn't fill it with fuel this morning. It had a pretty full tank. So it ran pretty much nonstop till about 4 o'clock today. Then it ran out of fuel. Came up on deck, filled it up, went down, started right back up, was able to go down below. So it was just absolutely okay. So what's the matter, dog? Huh? You got something in your throat? You're just gonna throw up on the dinghy, huh? Oh, thanks, dog. How about going over to the side? Wouldn't that be nice? Don't do it on the dinghy. Come on. All right, go ahead. The dog's not feeling good. So, anyhow, artificial bait's the way to go, I think. You don't have to be rebaiting your hook all the time. Well, that's true. No collusion. Hey, pilot, what's going on, man? Breakfast potluck looked fun. I didn't make the potluck this morning. How much fuel does your generator burn? Oh, hey, Jay. It burns, it holds about a gallon, I think. If the little onboard tank on it holds about a gallon, and it'll go all day on a gallon of gas. I mean, it'll go 7 a.m. till 10 p.m. on that one tank of fuel. I usually fill it up in the morning, and then it goes straight on through till the evening. But it'll by 10 o'clock, it's pretty well running out of gas. So at least that seems like what it normally does. So that's not bad. You know, burn about a gallon of fuel running it all day. And that's, 7:30 a.m. whatever time I get back here to the boat. So usually about, say, 7:30 on till, 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, somewhere in there. It'll go all day on that gallon of gas. So I think that's pretty efficient. How many gallon tanks? It's about a gallon tank. Fuel 6 hours a gallon. No, a lot more than that, Ed. Balloon raffle, pop balloons for funny things you have to do. $10 a balloon pop. Okay, that's interesting. That's really good, a gallon for the day. Yeah, I've always thought that generator ran pretty efficiently. So pop a balloon. Yeah, that's, as many of you guys know, I am really, it was a good idea, and I appreciate the idea on fundraising, it does. But anybody that's been watching me for a long time knows that there's nothing that pisses me off more than finding balloons floating out in the water. In fact, I've shot a number of videos, I've commented quite a few times about how I've had to take my net and netted balloons out of the water where people would have those helium balloons or whatever and flying all over the place. And so, and I really, think that just balloons are a ridiculously senseless creation of rubberized plastic to pollute the ocean with, and really don't serve any role. So to pop a balloon, to blow up and pop balloons on purpose as a fundraiser really goes against everything that I kind of stand for. So I don't see me doing anything where I'm popping balloons, but yeah, that just wouldn't make any sense for me to do something like that. Less than a pint an hour. Oh yeah. Pop in cabin. Well, yeah, but you're still using balloons. You're still creating landfill then, Those criminals should be drowned. Absolutely, sharpshooter. Yeah, especially Mylar. Yeah. Yeah, there was one particular time when I was coming across Long Island Sound. There was a bouquet of helium balloons that I pulled out of the water, a bouquet of them. And not only did they have mylar balloons, but then they also had regular balloons filled with helium. And as if that wasn't enough pollution to begin with, they filled the balloons with little tiny pieces of plastic confetti inside the balloons just to make them, sparkly and pretty, I guess, or to give them some more color, or I don't know what the thinking was, but it was like, a pollution on top of a pollutant on top of a pollutant. Like they couldn't have spent more time or thought out a better way to try to pollute stuff and throw more damn plastic into the ocean. These idiots go out and they buy these mylar balloons and these get well soon or happy birthday. I mean, I understand why they buy them, but then they let these things go and they fly out and they end up landing out in the ocean, out in the water someplace. I mean, I found them in Lake Erie. I found them in the Erie Canal. I found them on Long Island Sound. I found them on the Hudson River. I found them off the coast of New Jersey. I found them in the Chesapeake. I mean, they're just all over. So it just infuriates me how people just are more concerned with that kind of stupidity. And I did it too. I'm guilty. I did the same stuff before I got wise to it. So now I feel like I'm on more of a mission to try to educate people not to do that kind of stupid stuff. So no offense to your idea. I like your thinking. I like the direction you're going. But not that medium. That popping balloons is just making landfill. But that could segue into something. I don't know. Okay, I was wondering, my boat has a built-in battery charger. I run it to charge the batteries for the fridge at night, and the generator runs my AC too. It will burn a gallon in 9 hours. Well, there you go. Yeah, biodegradable balloons. Crushers mine, all mine, snappy tin. There you go. How often do you go to shore? I go to shore every day, Jay. Every day. Not a day goes by that we don't go ashore. Hey, pilot. There you go, brother. Actually, I got some beer on my phone when I did that. It's splattered. It's splattered. So cheers, brothers. Last beer on the boat. I'm out. That's my last one. And speaking about doing fundraising, anybody that hits the PayPal up, happy hour right now, $5 donation to PayPal. Hit the PayPal up, throw $5 in there. Buy me some tequila. Buy me a shot. Seriously, I've got to put together about $300 in the next couple of days. I really need about $300 so I can cover my my mooring ball. So I'm highly motivated to get that done. So a boat swinging around. Oh, there goes a couple birds swinging by. Flew through the camera scene. Get a lot of egrets and these big, beautiful, white, long-necked, graceful-looking birds around here. A lot of different shorebirds and stuff. It's kind of pretty. The boat didn't swing around quite wide enough. I hope they would do a bit more. Plastics and microplastics are everywhere. You go to the grocery store, everything is packed in plastic. People say the food lasts longer in plastic, but it's destroying our planet. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, a short-term solution that creates a very big long-term problem. So it seems like rigor mortis would sit in just sitting down all the time. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I got that one, Marie. Thanks, pilot. Appreciate it. I guess the trash folks are coming back in. Oh, they're so pitiful and predictable. They really are. How ignorant. How ignorant. There's so much serious crap. I mean, real people with real problems going on in the world. And these guys waste everybody's time with their silliness. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But, at this point, I think I blame YouTube. On Facebook, you have to use your real name. you can set up a channel by all means. But when you comment or post, you're commenting and post, it can be traced back to a real person, a real name, some legitimate person. I think YouTube needs to do the same thing. I think this idea of having the ability of people to get on here and create false identities, and I think they need to do away with that. I think they need to be able to be who they are, prove who they are, and then that way you would stop all these idiots from coming along and doing all this chicken shit stuff that they do, hiding behind, you know, this nonsense that YouTube gives them. I frankly would like to see a class action lawsuit against Google, because Google now owns YouTube. I would like to see a class action lawsuit against them to force them to start, you know, requiring people to use real IDs, to be identifiable, to be responsible for whatever they say and do. I think it was a big mistake for them to allow people to be anonymous. But what the heck, that's just me. Trash people have no lives, so they pick apart others. Lousy cowards. That's right, Marie. Absolutely. You are absolutely correct there, Marie. Yep, lousy cowards. People that have no life of their own and would give us a hard time to those of us who dare to have a life. So what else is going on news-wise? I got an email today from Catco, Catamaran Company. They have a brand new Lagoon 46 for sale in Fort Lauderdale. At Fort Lauderdale. Beautiful, beautiful boat, that Lagoon 46. Beautiful, beautiful boat. Spendy, my God, they're pricey, but still, beautiful boat. I've always said my number one boat that I would like to have is a Lagoon 440. You know, the 45 is just the newer, later version of that, and then the 46 is the newer, later version of that one. So, well, that's progress for you kids. That's just the way life moves on. So, anyhow. So yesterday, I kind of went into some detail about some of my past lives and some of my thoughts on all that. Had a good conversation with my ex-wife about some of that stuff and where we were at. Got my head wrapped around some things in regards to that, though, that made me feel a whole lot better. You know, listening to her recollection as to what happened as opposed to my own recollection of what had happened and transpired, and made me feel really good today. So that's a big cat for sure and big money. Yeah, rejects, it really is. That's like $1.6 million. Lagoon 46 is like $1.6 million now. They're big dollars. More boat than I will probably, I mean, short of hitting the lottery, they're more boat than I'll ever gonna see. Maybe, baby. Anyhow, it was sort of interesting to sort of talk about some of that stuff with you guys yesterday and share that stuff. And then have a conversation with her, getting her perspective. So, yeah, Marie, Jahan and I talk all the time. We are what you would call at this point good friends. We're good friends. Which completely makes sense, because, you know, if you like somebody enough to love them and marry them initially, there's really no reason why you're not continuing to be friends from that point on. You know, once you get into the whole forgiveness thing. And, you know, I divorced Johanna because I felt like she wasn't contributing and being a partner and putting out the effort that I expected or felt like we deserved. And so she was legitimately angry at me for divorcing her. I was angry at her for her behavior at the time. Let me turn this around so you guys see some of that sunset. That's getting kind of pretty over there. Yeah, but you know, at this point, we've both forgiven each other. It's water under the dam. We might as well just go on. So Marie's saying hi, Johanna. Is Johanna listening? Oh, there she is. Yeah. We could all, hey Joe, how you doing, babe? Yeah, we could always talk. Yeah, way out of my price range, yeah. I imagine you can still talk peacefully with your ex-wife. My ex is a drunk and only yells at me. Well, you know, Mary, I try to be a drunk. After 16 years, I can finally talk to my ex. Yeah, yeah. No, seriously, I mean, you know, Jan and I were good friends when we first got married, and we're still good friends. Hi, dog. Hi, dog. So, all right, listen, I got to do another plug in here, guys. Got to seriously do some fundraising next couple of days. So, I need to raise some money so I can cover the mooring ball rent. I need $300. I need it like the next 3 days. So I got to push pretty hard. If there's anybody out there who wants to contribute, hit the PayPal up. PayPal.me/Carl Brook. Throw some bucks in there. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you don't, I mean, it doesn't matter. You don't have to have like $100, you know. Throw $5 in there. Buy me a shot of tequila. That will help. So let me turn around here. My foot's falling asleep. No. And I wanted to show you that angle there. There you go. That sun's setting over there is kind of pretty. All the rigging swinging around. Although that string right in the middle of the screen, that string right there swinging around really isn't necessary. You probably notice it's got a church key. Right there, it's got a church key hanging on the end of it. So that way, if I'm sitting here in the cockpit and I need to crack open a beer, I have a means of doing that. There we go. There you are. Hey, kids. Let me turn this up. So, oh, man. Are you in Buki Harbor? Yes, I'm in Buki Harbor. Yep. Just a beautiful day there. Yeah, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. Absolutely beautiful day in the neighborhood. So yesterday, you remember I was talking about one of the neighbor boats over here. They were moving their outboard motor and putting it on their rack on the back of their boat, and taking their dinghy and putting their dinghy up on deck and all that. And when you see that, that's usually pretty clear indication people they're heading out. You know, they're going to go. Well, sure enough, they're gone. Their mooring ball is empty and they are gone. They left early this morning. I don't know what their plans were. I think, if I remember correctly, that they were heading up into the Gulf of Mexico. So you left last August. Okay, yeah, well, that's where I am. I'm here in Buki Harbor. I'm on mooring ball P3, Papa 3. If you know where Buki Harbor is and you know the mooring field and how it's laid out. Where's my beer? There it is. Oh, yep, just sitting here chilling on the boat. Sorry about that. The wind's got my dew all messed up. Just chilling and relaxing, man. Taking an hour out of my day to hang out and chat with you guys, talk about what's going on today. And so let's talk about what was in the news today. Anything in the news you guys want to talk about? What caught your isn't near Scalawag? Yeah, Scalawag is there. I'll show you. Scalawag is right, not that boat, but right behind that boat. That's Scalawag over there. Yep, that sort of the bow over there looks kind of like a Formosa bow. That's Scalawag right there. He's just over a couple. You have to change here in Buki Harbor a lot. They tell me. If you're here as a permanent resident, they require you to move your boat every 6 months. I guess they want to make sure the boats are able to go. So, no collusion is the headline. Okay, well, no collusion. I guess I'm not sure what that's about. Is that referring to the Russian thing? There was no collusion found with the Don and the Soviets, or what is that reference to? So there's a few free boats and keys on the Hard. A Morgan Irwin, 1 is 35. Other smaller, probably good enough for a floating housing. Oh, there you go, Ed. Go get you a free boat. But usually if it's a free boat and it's up on the Heart, it usually does not have a working engine or rigging or. So a lot of hurricane damaged boats here. So yes, no obstruction either. Mueller report. Oh, okay. All right. I see. Okay. Any bites on your boat? No, there's no bite, no teeth marks on my boat at all. No one's bitten my boat. Yeah, I'm not discussing that anymore, but yeah, I'm just not going to discuss what's going on with the boat sale. I think it's best. Keep it out of the purview of all the trash people. Pretty pitiful sounding horn, huh? The hell was that? Sounded like someone blew a kazoo. The conch horn has a, an interesting resonant, deep resonant sound. It doesn't sound like, one of those horns that the guys blow at a football game. That sort of that trumpety kind of sound. It's a more resonant sound than that. And although just a second ago someone blew something that sounded like a kazoo, I don't know what the hell that was, but that was not a conch horn blowing. The conchs actually have a fairly pleasant sound, but some of these guys are blowing stuff that I don't know what the hell it is, but it doesn't sound too good. So, oh, get comfy here. Somebody over here making sounds like a dead cat. Not sure what that's all about. Now time to investigate those who are actually guilty. Yeah, well, when does that ever happen? So, where can you buy a conch horn? I don't know that you can buy one. I think you have to get yourself a conch off the bottom and then make yourself a horn. I'm not aware of anybody that manufactures conch horns. Although today's day and age, I'll bet you there's somebody doing it. So I think most make their horns. Yeah, that's it. Most people make their own horns. They get a conch shell. They remove the conch from the shell, and then from there they go ahead and make their conch horn. So give you a little bit of the sunset view. Kind of like the way the sunlight plays up on the clouds over there. It's kind of pretty. Doesn't show up on the camera nearly as nice as it does in real life, though. Looks kind of gray and plain on the camera, but it is what it is. The conch makes them, yeah, okay. Yeah. And we're whipping around here. That's why I was asking any bites. Well, go ahead and donate, CW. That shouldn't germane your decision. If you're going to donate, donate. And if you want to know if there's bites, bite. I mean, one has nothing to do with the other. Oh, you going down? All right, go on. Go on. Well, she's just not been much fun lately. Look how dirty my boat is. Wow. Just realized I got to clean the cockpit floor. I spilled a little bit of oil over there today. Actually, I was putting some oil in this engine. I spilled a little bit of oil. I guess I forgot to clean it up. I have to get up here and get that done. Oh, well. Oh, man. And frankly, CW, that's usually the kind of comment that the trolls make. Oh, I was going to donate, but then they never do. So if you're going to donate, donate. Whether I sold the boat or not has nothing to do with that. So, yeah, I know, pal. He's not going to donate. That's probably Billy or one of the other trolls acting with another false identity. So, I would imagine, odds are, so that's the same usual nonsense that they do. Such is life, so. Man, guys, I'd really like to have some tequila tonight if somebody would hit the old PayPal up. I'm kind of thirsty for a little snort, and nobody's donating anything, so oh well. It is what it is, kids. It is what it is. Oh, man. There's a couple of birds flying this way. Pelicans. Pelicans flying in flight. Don't see much in the way of regular ducks and geese down here. I mean, you see a lot of like pelicans and mergansers and that kind of stuff here in Florida, but I don't see a lot of like mallards or Canadian geese down here. I guess maybe it's a bit too far south for them. They don't come this far south, I guess, but kind of miss that. So right behind is very cool. Okay. My son says I'm 86, just trying to be friendly. Yep. Okay, CW, I appreciate that. Hey, Has-Been, what's going on, man? Hope all is well with you and everyone. Beautiful sky right behind you. Yes, not too bad. Almost looks like a what do you call it? A rainbow, doesn't it? Kind of almost looks like a rainbow back there. A bit of a storm cloud looking thing, actually. That's kind of a storm cloud building. Huh. Well, I guess I have to look at the forecast. Maybe we got some rain coming in, so. Okay, you're fine, CW. You just have to understand the trolls have been brutal on this channel. That's a good word for it, Andy. They certainly have been brutal, haven't they? And they continue to be today, so. But that's all right. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt, as I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. We'll just go from there, so. Okay, so what else is new and exciting? I did not live stream the chat this morning. I got preoccupied with a phone call from a client, prospective client, not even a client, prospective client, inquiry on a property. So that was important stuff that I had to deal with. But that's the nature of real estate. Sometimes you end up fielding, 100 phone calls that amount to nothing, and then all of a sudden there's something there. So. It is what it is, so we'll just see how things pan out with that. Other than that, geez, just kind of a normal, typical day. Took Lillian for a walk, nothing notable with that. Threw the stick for her, that was kind of normal. Came back down here to the boat, packed the bed up. Every night I have to set my bed up, and then every night I have to break it down in the morning. So I had to break the bed down this morning, get it all put away. Miss Lily has stopped bleeding now. She's finally not making a mess. So, which is good too, because I had one last diaper left for her, and then I would have been out of diapers. So that worked out timing wise very nicely. So she is no longer in heat. So we packed up the bed and took care of that. Fed and watered her this morning. Did a load of dishes. Sorted some laundry. And I kind of got into my real estate stuff, and that was about it today. So, okay. 9 a.m. to Sunday morning seems nude. Oh, 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning seems rude. Yeah, it is kind of early for a Sunday morning. Oh, I don't know. I'm usually up by 6:30, out and about by 7. So, one call to change everything, another listing in your pocket. That's right, Rejects. Exactly right. Heard you mention boat is all sale. What's the plan if you sell it? Chief, I'm not, unfortunately, Chief, I'm not at liberty to share any of that information at this time. So, hey, Gene, what's going on, man? Scrubbed half the bottom of the boat. No, I got other priorities, man. How often do you have to clean the boat bottom? Well, how often do I have to clean it, or how often have I cleaned it? There's a big disparity there. Ideally you should clean your bottom down here every couple of months, I guess. I've been here 90 days, or has it been 120 days? Maybe we're 120 days now. It's certainly due. It's overdue. It really needs to have the bottom cleaned, but I think most people here in the harbor get their bottoms cleaned every couple of months, every 2 months or something like that. So we'll just see. Jeans in the house. Carl scrubbed the bottom today. Cool. No, I did not scrub the bottom today. Hello, 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 hello. Sunday morning, church and family. Well, that's true, Ed. That's true. Yep. But there's there's a boat in the harbor now that's got a minister on board. He's been announcing services on the back of his boat, where you can take your dinghy and tie up to the back of his boat. And I don't know if you come onto his boat or you just sit in your dinghy, but he's been doing Sunday morning worship right off the back of his boat, which is, something I guess you can do, not a problem. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not aware of too many people here that go ashore on Sunday morning to go to church. I would rather imagine that there's not very many people that do that here. At least ways, I'm over there 7:30 to 8:30 in the morning, 7 to 7:30, somewhere in that time period. I'm ashore for, a half hour, 45 minutes to an hour every morning, and I don't notice any Sunday morning traffic with people dressed like they're going to church. Not to say they may be, or they may go after me, later on. I don't know, but I haven't seen any evidence of that here. So, water temperature Thursday. Uh-oh, Gene's closing on Thursday. That's exciting, Gene. That really is. Yes, Mary, I have a camera that I can use to film cleaning the bottom. Yes, I do. So I'm pumped for. Yeah, I'm pumped for him too, Andy. That's going to be really nice. So. There was a preacher there 20 years ago. I wonder if it was the same guy. I don't think so. No, because this guy just came in the harbor about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a new boat that just sailed in. They don't live here. There are new people in the harbor. Or at least for the first couple of months that I was here, nobody talked about it. Nobody mentioned it. So I don't think there was anybody that... uh-oh, there we go, finally. Somebody, good, I'm getting thirsty. Oh, man, really? Wow. Excellent. Really enjoyed last night. The politics, not so much. That stuff is everywhere. Best regards. Well, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. You know who you are. You know who you are who just donated. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That moved the needle, and I'm going to toast you for that. So, thank you very much. Awesome. Great way to start out the day. Although I may be in trouble tomorrow. I have better than half a bottle of tequila left. And today, while I was trying to find another beer in the fridge, I found a bottle of grenadine. And what's interesting about finding a bottle of grenadine in my refrigerator, which I didn't know was there, it was tucked up underneath the ice maker, so I couldn't see it. But I also have a big bottle of orange juice down there. So tomorrow morning might be tequila sunrise morning tomorrow. In which case, I may do a morning live stream. I may do a tequila sunrise morning live stream tomorrow. That might be fun. I've been doing all these things in the evening for sunset. I have to take Lily for her walk first. Got to do that. I can't have her be uncomfortable while having to go to the bathroom while we're sitting here talking. I'll have to take her and do that first, but maybe right afterwards. So, looks like another great day. Yeah, Wing and Tracy, it really has been another great day here. Been fairly calm, wind blowing right now, probably around 5. It was, 7 to 10 throughout the day today, pretty easy. But, the usual kind of stuff. So, yeah, there you go. He's gone. You still have the ice maker? Yeah, we still have the ice maker. Although I haven't used it in a while. I will say I moved it into the bathroom, and I just have not used it for a while. So, I'll bother tequila if you do the net. Okay, Andy. All right, you got that, brother. Tomorrow's morning net, is that what you want? Oh, the morning net. Okay, that's not what I was thinking about doing, but I could do tequila sunrises during the net and do one down below instead of filming up here on top. Or maybe I should sit up here on deck and do one. I'll figure out something to do. But tomorrow morning we'll have a tequila sunrise during the Boot Key Harbor net. Let's do that. That would be a fun thing to do tomorrow morning. I'm actually looking forward to that. Okay, that would be cool. Oh man. And to the guy who donated tonight, really, brother, thank you very much. That was really nice of you. That really moved the needle towards my goal. I mean, I still need to raise money to cover the rest of the morning ball fee, but that took a big chunk out of it. So thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate it. I really do. It was good on you. So, and you enjoyed the conversation last night. Yeah, I kind of talked a little bit about my history last night and some of the background stuff. And Jehan and I were talking about this too. Sort of, rehashing that stuff. Your mind, you work through all this kind of stuff. You go through and you psychobabble all this garbage in your history, trying to find meaning and direction. And I was just, feeling kind of bad, actually, about some of it. From my perspective, looking back at it, there was, I was doing this and then doing that and doing this and doing that. And, I had 280 acres in Ohio, and we ended up selling that and moving to Montana. And then when I got to Montana, I had 20 acres overlooking the Yellowstone River, and I built up a nice house there, and I had a good real estate business going. And then we kind of abandoned that and moved up to Alaska. And then up in Alaska, again, I got a nice real estate business going, and I got Penny started. She wanted to do the farm thing, and so we were doing the farm thing up there. But the real estate business was working along there pretty good. And then she wanted to come to Florida. I was like, okay, so then we shut that down pretty much, kind of, and then came to Florida, and we got down here and we're getting stuff started, and then she just wanted a divorce, and I was, rehashing all that stuff, and I'm like, man, I had all this stuff that I've done, like, and literally in the last 20 years, and now in retrospect, I have nothing to show for all that work that I did. Hi, sweetie. No, get down. No, down. I can't have you up on me while I'm doing this. You're just too much of a palunka. Oh gosh, hold on. I'm batting the hatches. Okay, all right, come up. Yes, hi there. Hi there. Dog attack. What do you want? What do you want? You just wanted to jump up on me? That's all you wanted, was just to jump up on me? Yeah? Dog, you're attacking me. Let's see if I can give you guys a little bit better angle on this. What? What do you want? What do you want? Huh? You just wanted some loving? Is that it? You just want some loving? Okay. All right, ow. All right, come on, get down. You're scratching my neck. Now get down. Okay, and while we're talking, by the way, there's a big sailboat moving around behind us. Big boat moving right through the anchorage here. Coming right between the boats. He's cutting in really close amongst all the other boats. A little too close for my comfort, actually. I would be nervous. Oh, that's that big longboat. Okay, I know where he's going. There you go, guys. A little sailboat action for you. He's going to a mooring ball right up over in that area in there. Oh no, there is that long boat. It's still over there. That's a different boat then. I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's moving over there someplace, so anyhow, going and sunrise would be awesome. Yeah, it would be. Let's see. Some of us be working. Rest of you have fun tomorrow morning. I'll be working tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow's a Monday. Yep, Gene, typical lab, absolutely. Yes, yeah, Johnny Heck, that did look like a bit like a Morgantown Island. It very well may be. Yep, good eye. I was a trained engineer for 47 years. I miss working. Wow, CW. Huh. Looks like a confident expert. Well, confident, I don't know about expert or not, but confident, so. Everybody beating up on the caveman. That guy's been blocked so many times. He just keeps coming back with another false identity. Again, typical troll nonsense, you know. Typical troll nonsense. So, anyhow, kids, once again, I'm gonna. We got another person heard from here. Oh, Andy, brother. 12-pack, big bottle of tequila, and the rest toward the morning ball. All right, brother. All right, thank you, Andy. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Hey, here's to you. I'm gonna have a shot for you. So, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And with that said, guys, I don't need nearly as much money to make the morning ball rent this month. We are just about there. So, awesome, man. You and to the other fellow who donated. You guys rock. You guys really do. You guys have been awesome. So, see, I have a friend that does that. Tough life. A lot of time away from home. Yeah, that's true, Andy. That's very true. How many business phone calls after you start drinking on Monday morning? You sure hard liquor is the way to start the week. Oh, Mary. You know, you're probably correct, Mary. You're probably correct. Without a doubt. Actually, I don't have anything scheduled particularly on Monday. In fact, I was going to go do laundry tomorrow. I was going to go do laundry tomorrow. So it's not going to be a big real estate day for me tomorrow. It's going to be, I've got, you know, tonight's dishes I got to clean up tomorrow. And it'll be breakfast dishes tomorrow. And I got to do laundry. Clean up some of the cabin down below because I have some people coming to look at the boat on Tuesday. So that kind of stuff is going to be happening. I don't expect I'm going to be on the phone, but you never know. You know, some real estate person might call me out of the blue. That happens all the time. So you never can know about that. So, but nonetheless, tomorrow morning I'm going to have a tequila sunrise Buki Harbor Cruisers net tomorrow. And depending on weather conditions and what have you will determine whether I'll be up on deck here or down below. So we'll have to see. We have a dinghy approaching us right now. We have a little dinghy approaching us with a couple people on board. Getting kind of dark out here. It's hard for people to see me, so I don't know what they're doing. You guys will see them go by right now. Zipping along in a little Mercury outboard with a little Mercury dinghy. That was a Mercury dinghy there and a Mercury outboard on the back. Very cool. CW says, I would let hobos ride back in the day. Met Hank Sr. in 1949 riding. Really? Wow, that is awesome. CW, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. Pilot, I like the way you think. Yeah, I always like the way Pilot thinks. He's always a fun guy. Always a fun guy. Him and his wife are just awesome people. Really good people. Salt of the earth kind of people, though. In fact, I was thinking about Pilot's wife this morning. I know that seems weird, but I had watched a video last night, and during the video, this guy was plowing snow down a highway. And for some reason, it made me think of Pilot's wife. His wife works out on the highways, you know, the people that are out with the construction crews and stuff. She kind of ramrods that kind of stuff. So, saw that and it just got me to thinking along those lines. But oh man, I don't know who's emceeing the live stream tomorrow. Oh, it doesn't matter. It'll be a good live stream. Hopefully it'll be a decent one. Some of them have been really short lately. I mean, like 29, 28 minutes short. I mean, it's just like boom, boom, boom. They just go right through it. So just depends. Some day there's a lot of people that got a lot of stuff going on. Some day there's just nothing going on. So we'll have to see. But I also have some errands I have to run tomorrow. I have to go to the post office. I got to mail some stuff at the post office. Apparently I have to go to the liquor store tomorrow. Probably could stop in. I really don't need a lot provision-wise, but I could pick up a couple items. I need some eggs. Actually, I think eggs is the only thing I need. I think I'm okay right now on just, but you could always use meats, and always could use fresh. Oh, I'm out of bananas too, so yeah, some minor items, but not a major shopping by any means. So, how old were you at C.W. Reynolds when you met with Hank Sr.? Yeah, well, he said he met Hank when in 1949. So, and he already said how old he was. So it shouldn't be too hard to figure that out. Do the math. Said he was a train engineer for 47 years, so. Huh. Hank Sr., wow. They don't have country music like that anymore, man. Bacon, get bacon. No, actually, I have a pound of bacon. I haven't even opened up yet. Got a pound of bacon. I got some sausage I haven't opened up yet. I'm good with breakfast meats. Oh man. Probably go to jail hitching a train now. Oh, you'd probably go to jail, probably get shot. So, troll I call, but you delete him, Carl. Pilot says, troll I call, but you delete him, Carl. What does that mean, Pilot? Troll I call? I don't know what that means, Pilot. I don't know what that means. Troll I call, but I delete them. Are you trying to tell me I delete somebody that you talk to? I delete a friend of yours? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh. Yes, Carl, call. I'm not calling anybody. Take another shot and I'll pay you tomorrow. All right, wise guy. Scroll up. Maybe not so much. Oh, how about Tuesdays should people work? I see, okay. That still doesn't make any sense though. That still doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? Scroll up. Anyhow, we'll just move on. Take another shot and you'll pay me tomorrow. You sound like Bluto. Remember Bluto, Popeye's buddy? Dog, you're in a bad spot. Go down, kennel. Go on. Remember that? Bluto, or no, who was it? It was Wimpy. So, yeah, Wimpy used to say, give me a hamburger and I'll pay you tomorrow. So, all right, I'll trust you. I'll trust you, wise guy. Here you go. Salute, brother. Oh, Wimpy was the one that said, I'll gladly pay you on Tuesday for a burger today. Very good, Johnny Hag. Yes, that's exactly it. Oh, there you go. Good times. You have bacon, sausage, and bread. You have a meal for any time of the day. That's right, Andy. That's exactly correct. That's exactly correct. So, yeah. In fact, tomorrow morning's breakfast, I'm going to cut up some bacon. I'm going to do some bacon, potatoes, and onions in the cast iron skillet tomorrow. I'll make a little bacon eggs, or not eggs, but bacon, potatoes, and onions make a little skillet of those for breakfast tomorrow. And that's going to be tomorrow's breakfast. And actually, I'm looking forward to that already. That sounds yummy. Sounds yummy. Tonight was hot dogs. I had hot dogs tonight. Hot dogs, and I had a leftover box of Kraft mac and cheese on the boat, and I made that for dinner, and it was just horrendous. So I'll send a pic to you. All right, do that, CW. That'd be great. I'd like that. But yeah, the mac and cheese was just horrible, man. Just horrible. So there's 89. His memory may not be. Well, you never know, Marie. Hell, I'm 60 and my memory's shot. Although I heard they did a recent report now, it just came out. They said that people who forget things are actually a sign of brilliance. That people that are forgetful are brilliant people that forget stuff. So you can always hear you cooking when you do the net. Yeah, I know, Andy. I'm sorry, but it's the time I cook breakfast. It's the time I cook breakfast. So. I start the net, so while it's recording and you guys are watching, I cook my breakfast, and then I sit down and I get on my laptop and chat with people, for the second half of it anyway. But yeah, I'm trying to multitask, man. I've got so much stuff I have to get done. I'm trying to multitask. So I love barbecued food. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he did not take the picture on his cell phone. Absolutely not. Yeah, but you are right, probably. Anyhow, kids, listen, it's getting pretty dark out here, as you guys can probably tell. You can't hardly see me again. And I do got to get a lot of stuff done so I can get organized for tomorrow. I will do that. We'll have a tequila sunrise for breakfast tomorrow morning. For the morning net, it'll be a tequila sunrise, Buki Harbor, Monday tequila sunrise morning net. We'll make that happen. So tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time, I will live stream from the boat with some tequila sunrise material going on. So we'll see you guys then. In the meantime, everybody, be good, be careful, take good care of one another, and thank you.